Well, hello and welcome. I'm pleased to bring you a new episode of TCB Garage. Today is Tuesday, so we're going to install some fuel injectors. These are brittle. Mine's already cracked on that side. Easy there. Get our cold air tube here removed. Let's get this off without tearing it up, if at all possible. There we go. Off. Well, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day for some fuel injector replacements. We're going to pull these air boxes off and these clamps and unplug these. T25. We're sitting at just a touch over 80,000 miles. And we hear that this is the popular thing to do, to replace your fuel injectors. Figured we would just jump right on that bandwagon. Here we are, preventative maintenance, and it's a nice day. Come on, get off of there. Okay, we got, wow, that's a tight fit. I don't have huge hands, that's just a tight fit. Pop this sumbitch off. Come on now. Take your pocket screwdriver and push this little tab in, just like so. There we go. There it is. Pretty married to it. I don't even know what these filters look like, if they look terrible or not. Removing airbox number 2. I think, yeah, there it goes. Well, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there. You're probably in the house watching TV. We appreciate that. Or you're in the garage looking for tips on how to do this. There's little tabs on the outside of the base of this that you have to separate to get this to come off. And you're still just as attached as you could ever be. What are you hooked to? Oh, there's a vacuum line right there. Don't forget that. Maybe we'll just stick it right there. For now. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to disconnect it. There's some seagulls out there talking. Take all the time you need. Slip on off of there. Or not move at all. Now to remove this vacuum line, we're going to hold it off of the tube with a pick. We're going to squirt a little bit of lube in there. Just about like that. And there was enough vacuum on that to have held it on. Okay, not anymore. Don't let me forget this rag. I'm going to cover up the intake hole here. Yeah, pretty sure those just pop on. Just about to like that. Just stick them up here upside down. Get the patriotic air boxes, USA, we'll take it. Insulation, there's a tiny bit of dirt down there, but not that bad. Take your favorite wrench, not that one either, holy. Take your favorite wrench, remove this brass cap off the end of the fuel rail. We're gonna get a rag, put it down here, and we're gonna relieve the pressure. You might wanna close your eyes while you do this part. Stick your rag down in here. Our engine is warm, just enough where it feels nice out. And then we're going to relieve some pressure off of this. In the olden days, when I would do fuel injector work, if we could, we'd take advantage of a car getting to sit overnight. Then there wouldn't be any fuel pressure. We wouldn't have to jack with this part. We are depressurized. Just like that. Now let's pull the fuel rail up. Let's detach the fuel rail from the rest of the car. Removing fuel rail from intake. Just crumbly zips right out of that magnesium there. Keep your mouths closed and probably your eyes. Well, we have all that blown out. See if we can persuade these off. Look at that. That whole side is pulled loose. I'm prying up on the tabs that the zip ties are going through. I'm gonna blow some more air around. As I push the injectors back in delicately. Seems sand likes to collect right there at the base. Repluck that out of there. Repluck that out of there. You're going to want to remove the wiring harness from the fuel rail. But I don't want to drag you through all the details of that. Getting all these injectors unplugged. Here, right here, one at a time. Unplug that one, and it's oily. The wire does not look great. I'm not in love with the fact that those are oily. Just pop you up just enough for you to come off of there. Free that up just a touch. Now we can get, maybe we can get, and we're going to do the same thing right here. Rock this up just about like that. We're going to put this back over here so we don't just absorb all of our, pour all that raw fuel right into this hole. Wipe out the holes. Always good to have clean holes. They are very underrated. Let's just pour all that fuel right down there. Sizzling. That might keep that from being as leaky lacay. I'm just going to zip this down enough where it's not going to leak. Taking the line right back off. Slide this across your gorgeous magnesium intake manifold. We're almost there, people. There we are. Okay, didn't get the camera rolling for that last one. I have the clip off of this. Pull that out. The O-ring seems to want to hang out every time. Pull that out. Put that there. Got a little clip here. Hey, hello, fuel. Push that forward. Push it that way. There's still a lot of gas in there. And you do the old pull and wiggle. It'll come out, O-ring stays, pull the O-ring. Walk around to this side. Hey birds. Pull all of these out. Warm enough to have gnats or mosquitoes or something out here in early February. Injector removed, O-ring removed. Wiggle and pull. Wiggling and pulling. Wiggling and pulling. And wiggling, and still pulling. Pull and wiggle. He sucked her all the way back down in there. That O-ring is just not going to give up and leave. It's just going to stay forever. It's stubborn that way. We're going to take just the smallest amount of bearing grease, put on each one of these O-rings here. And by smallest amount, I mean all of it. We're going to take all of it out. Just like that. Injectors have been replaced on the rail here. We're just going to feed the rail back under this plastic vacuum line. Okay, just about like that. Hold that up out of the way. There we go. Okay. Okay. Get lined up on both sides. Make sure all of our harness stuff's out of the way. Make sure everything's out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna plug our injectors in. One at a time, just like pants. You know, working on old cars with carburetors and stuff is a lot of fun. And the simple technology makes it fun. And you can kind of think through your little puzzles. You don't need any kind of computers and yada yada. But mechanically, so much of this stuff is a lot less to fool with. A lot less prone for leaks and other troubles. And computer stuff's really not that scary either. It just, everything has a sensor that can tell you if it's broken. So, really, you don't have to think. You just have to buy the scan tool, or borrow a scan tool, or make one at home, something. Speed nut installed. Okay, those mash in there so easy and nice. It's crazy good how those go back in. Get all these sensors here out of the way of that. Everything's plugged in still. Got a scampering squirrel over there. Put the screws back in that hold the rail on. And just think, we are nearly done. I'm not even going to use my zip gun on these. I don't want to tear anything up. It's probably too tight as it is. It does not take much to get these tight. Stick my hand right in front of what you want to see. Run down. That's all run down. Got our brass cap here for the fuel rail. Plug in our plastic clips. So yeah, as I was saying, this stuff's actually easier physically to work on than the old stuff. The old stuff had poor sealing surfaces with big thick gaskets that always leaked. You need to line stuff up special, and everything on new cars has O-rings and nothing really ever leaks, and they're just happier and easier to deal with. Magic of a zip tie. You just zip it. It's all about how you zip it. And that's pretty well zipped right there. Zipped and tied at the same time. No extra charge. There you go. Get in there. Take your dikes. You know what to do. Cut these off. There's a nice theft-proof sharp edge right there for you. Actually, I will need the wrench. I need a 17 wrench. Take your 17 wrench, torque this to spec. Torque to spec. Put the little legs thing back on here. Everything back there still looks happy and pretty. Before we do that though, let's put our vacuum line that I'm holding in my other hand here. Let's stick that on. We're going to do it this way. You may can see it, and you may not. Okay, it's plugged in. Just feed that back through there. I'm going to look at it from this side. It looks good. Look at it from this side, and I can't see anything. I might have to feel. Yep, in the right spot. Okay, you hear 2 clicks. Whoa, easy there, zip ties. I'll take you back home to your home zip tie manner. Got these sort of dusted off there. Stick those right back in. Get your little patriotic airbox. Make sure not to pinch anything. Get those in there. That line is free right through there. The other insulator piece here. Get all of this stuff out of the way of all the other stuff. That's the important part. That's been pinched in there before. Shouldn't have had to have been. Yeah, that was pinched in there funky from someone else before me. It was in there long enough, it's just misshapen. Stick all this back there out of the way. I like to shake out and then flip my air filter before I put them back in. Just give it a new look on life. Make sure everything lines back up in a very relaxed fashion. Plug that back in. Take our dusted out element, put that back in. Take a couple of these back screws out of here, about like that. I also put a little grease inside here and on the bottom side of that to help it all get cozy a lot easier. Okay. Nothing to, there, put those up there. Got bugs everywhere. Okay. Yeah, these were 25s, that's right. 25. Very calmly, slowly, and carefully run these down. Germans like brittle plastic. Of that, I am convinced. You tighten those clamps. We are almost there. This is a pretty quick job, really. Easy now. Those are tight enough. I just feel like going back in for a little more. Just can't help myself. That's tight. I'll go back and check those by hand. Those don't need to be too tight. Nothing needs to be too tight, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's good. That's probably good. You good? Yeah, that's probably good too. I'll take this, pull it up there like that, and clip it down. Okay. Clip that back down too. And let's give this, it's cold air tubes here. Might leave that one off for just a second. I'm gonna look at some other stuff once I create a flashlight from nothing. Injectors are in. How much longer is that belt gonna live? Do we know? I know we care. We want it to be happy and healthy for a long time. I think it needs one. I need to order one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 idler pulleys. Yeah, that belt needs to be replaced. Let's put this other intake tube on here. Something about like that. Okay, all the fuel injectors are installed. Let's find the key. Found the key. hop on in here. Resume video. So we saw the key a few times. We started it and it fires right up. Seems to like new fuel injectors. Let's go take a look at that. I think that's a happy M156. Well, at this point we lost sound. So we're about finished with our project anyway. We really appreciate everyone who came by to take a look, follow along. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you feel like sharing it with your friends, share it. If you want to see more similar stuff, please subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching.